The ICC World Cup's knockout stage is well and truly underway, yet, truth be told, it never really feels like a controversy of some sort, whether manufactured, overblown, or very much legitimate, is too far away. And ahead of the first knockout match between India and New Zealand, well, there was a bit of a controversy regarding the fact that rather out of nowhere, the pitch that was supposed to be used for this particular fixture was switched to a used pitch rather than a fresh one. In fact, that's exactly how New Zealand skipper Kane Williamson had described the pitch in the during the toss, or after the toss was done. He said it was a used pitch and it looked exactly like that. Amusingly, there was a lot of talk about this being a pitch that would favor spinners a lot, yet so far what we have seen from the track is that it is a typical Mumbai pitch, just with a little bit more turn here or there. That of course hadn't stopped a lot of people from talking a lot about the fact that the BCCI and India by extension were basically doing a lot to ensure favorable pitch conditions for the Indian cricket team going into what is a very crucial match, because again, India are in the midst of a trophy drought, or an ICC trophy drought that stretches back a decade, and given the fact that this World Cup is being held at home, there has been plenty of talk about it being the best opportunity. Naturally, the pitch being changed like this led to some rather unfavorable talk about India throwing their weight around and trying to get favorable conditions, yet the ICC have very interestingly now come out with a statement that pretty much puts a lot of that talk to rest straight off the bat. First off, they said that changes to planned pitch rotations are common towards the end of an event of this length and has already happened a couple of times. This part's key. For one, changing a planned pitch for any particular match, very commonplace, and more importantly, it has happened on a couple of occasions already. That is part number one, because part number two is perhaps even more important, though there is one particular part which may just actually giving a little bit more fuel to the fire that is raging around the debate of the pitch. Why so? Because the ICC further go on to state that this change was made on the recommendation of the venue curator in conjunction with the host. The ICC independent pitch consultant was apprised of the change and has no reason to believe the pitch won't play well. The last part pretty true so far. Despite the pitch offering a little bit more turn, it hasn't really played anything too different than what a standard Mumbai pitch plays as. Standard Mumbai pitches, especially in white ball cricket, are very good to bat on and will more often than not only give bare minimum assistance, particularly in the second innings where under lights the ball tends to swing a lot. But this first part of that statement is one which is worth analyzing, because again, as I said, a lot of people are going to grab onto the fact that the ICC stated very clearly that the change was made on the recommendation of the venue curator in conjunction with our host, which means that this was a change that was in fact pretty much recommended by the host as well as the host curator. However, the second part is perhaps the part that needs to be focused on more, because the ICC independent pitch consultant was apprised of the change and has no reason to believe the pitch won't play well. So what is basically being said is that yes, the host and the host curator did recommend that a change be made to the pitch, but the ICC pitch curators believe that the pitch will play just fine. It won't be of a significant or massive, let's say, change that will be taking place to the point where, like a lot of us were speculating, that this will be a pitch that's suddenly going to be turning square from ball one. Obviously, that hasn't happened. It has very much played like a true blue Mumbai track, but this is not really going to quieten down a lot of those people who do tend to believe that India, as a superpower of the sport and boasting the world's richest cricketing body in the BCCI and thus wielding significant influence in the ICC, are throwing their weight around. That's a belief that's going to be going on for quite a while. But if you go by what it is that the ICC statement has said the standard protocol, this is something that was recommended and it was something that ICC was aware of, and our curators believe that the pitch will in fact play just fine. So far that has seemed to be the case, but it will be interesting to see how it is that things go about in the second innings. If in the second innings you see the ball turn more square, you might see a lot of these people talk about this a lot more. However, if it does play like a Mumbai pitch, which so far does seem to be happening, at least in India's case, then it does seem like this was very much a storm in the teacup. Nevertheless, what are your thoughts on the entire matter? Do you think the ICC are being very, very truthful? Do you think they're giving you exactly what was going on behind the scenes? Do you think there's more to meet the eye? You can let us know all of that in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell icon, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Don't forget to download the SportsTak app, and if you're already on the channel, go right ahead and check out some other videos we've done, and stay tuned to Sports Today with any more coming your way. For now though, from my side, it's goodbye.